Hey guys, Captain JJP84. It is roughly about 3 a.m. over here, so I kind of gotta be quiet. I'm going to make this review on Pirates of the Caribbean 4 on Stranger Tides. Um, First opinions, I thought it was alright. It's certainly better than the third one. Third one's horrible, to be fair. That's gonna get a lot of criticism. I mean, to be fair, just look at the third one. This one's a little better, though it's just getting panned and like canned and hated on by like, critics, fans, everyone. Um, I remember first seeing the trailer for this, and I thought, wow, this is a joke. No, it's real. I just saw it on like YouTube, and so pretty much the story in this one, Jack Sparrow, once again, Captain Jack Sparrow, once again, gets himself out of death. He's in London, England, and he gets captured again. It's an audience with King George II, who wants him to find the Fountain of Youth. Before that, there's a scene where you see these two Spanish sailors who find a man who says he's seen the Fountain of Youth. Can't imagine how. So the Spanish are after the Fountain of Youth. So yeah, Jack Sparrow's asked to help him find the Fountain of Youth, and at the same time, Captain Hector Barbossa, who's now a privateer for the British. So now he's got some competition. Then he goes out in London and searches for a ship and a crew, and he finds someone posing as him, and gets into a sword fight, and you see it's an old love interest of his, Angelica, played by Penelope Cruz, who I think is only here to replace Keira Knightley. And after that, the English are after, the British soldiers are after Jack as he escaped from Buckingham Palace, I guess. So him and Angelica fight through most of them, then escape. But Jack, as they escape, and once they finally escape, gets some safe shore, rock, or whatever, Jack gets hit with a knockout dart from I think a friend of Angelica's, and then he awakes to find himself on Queen Anne's Revenge, also known as Blackbeard's ship. Oh yeah, one thing about Barbossa, he's lost a leg. Um, after that, Jack Sparrow learns a little more about Queen Anne's Revenge, the ship, and learns what's needed for the Fountain of Youth. Oh, and Master Gibbs is going to be hanged, but he has the map to the Fountain of Youth, and Barbossa says, "Here, hand it over, then we'll let you live." But Barbossa has learned the map, so he actually burns the map, and so Barbossa's like, "Ah, great, now I have to take him." So, and pretty much what they need to get to the Fountain of Youth, they need 2 silver chalices, and a mermaid's tear. Excuse me. So, while Jack is on Queen Anne's Revenge, he learns of the crew, learns of, there's this minister guy tied to the very top of the ship, who, I don't know, who just, Blackbeard saved him. Oh yeah, and, in an earlier scene, the Barbossa told Jack that the Black Pearl was lost. You see it a bit later, though. So Jack's under the impression that they've been duped, so they run a mutiny, but Blackbeard just stays in his cabin all day. And you learn of his magic sword. That's it. You don't get any explanation, it's just a magic sword. And we learn that that's what he used to sink the pearl, and he can use it to control ropes, Barbossa had to cut off his leg to be free. And also, all the other pirates from like the Black Pearl, like Cotton, the Midget, those two other guys, yeah, they're not in this movie. Yeah, unfortunate. Um, main character powers won't save them now. Um, so eventually, through a lot more, I guess, character development and other stuff, they eventually get to the island where the Fountain of Youth is. They get the chalices. The chalices are like 2 cups. Um, Barbossa and Jack at the chalices. Yeah, eventually Barbossa catches up to them. Um, then they eventually do get to the Fountain of Youth. Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit longitated. I'm tired, so I don't want to really go over that. And oh yeah, sorry, I'm just gonna add one more important scene. They have to capture a mermaid, so the mermaids are attracted to man-made light and singing. And what mermaids were always supposed to be were these creatures that were supposed to be scary. Like they're supposed to draw men with their beauty and then take them down underwater till they drown and then eat them. Yeah, that's what a mermaid is. In this one, the religious guy actually captures a mermaid, and this mermaid's a little different. She doesn't try to attack anyone. And when they eventually get to the island, they keep the mermaid in a case, and at one point the case breaks. The one guy trips and the case breaks, and this is kind of interesting. I didn't know this. When a mermaid goes onto land, their fins disappear and become legs, and the CGI they used for that scene actually looked really good. I will admit, yeah, the visual effects are a lot better in this one than the third one. Um, so yeah, and Philip, who's kind of there to replace Orlando Bloom, develops some interest for her. You learn that Jack's also being held against his will. Um, Blackbeard has a voodoo doll of him, can do whatever he wants, and Blackbeard believes Angelica is his long lost daughter. But I think he's out to kill her at the same time. So eventually they get to the Fountain of Youth after some interestingness. But then Barbossa catches up, and so did the Spanish. And so there's a big brawl. Oh yeah, and Barbossa did this one thing with his sword. He covered it in frog poison. Like those poison dart frogs. Yeah, they touch you, you can like get... I don't know if you'll die, but you get poisoned and like that part of your body they touch you will really hurt. So, Barbossa's out for revenge against Blackbeard. But he doesn't care anything about the British or King George II. Yeah, there's a scene where you see King George II and, jeez, he is huge. Like, big happy fat king huge. So, they have a big fight. But it's hard to say whose side are we on, because there's 2 anti-heroes, a bunch of villains, and the Spanish just tearing everything up. Yeah, the Spanish, what they're doing, they don't care for the Fountain of Youth. They're just ripping it apart. At one point, Barbossa stabs Blackbeard in the heart, and Angelica tries to take the sword, but actually cuts her hand, and because it's Barbossa's sword's poisonous, so now she doesn't have much to live for. So Jack acts quickly, and pretty much what you're supposed to do is you take water from the Fountain of Youth, put it in the 2, and put the Tear of the Mermaid in one of them. If you drink the one with the Tear of the Mermaid, and another person drinks just the regular one, you'll gain the years of that person. Like, you'll live longer, and the years of how much longer they're supposed to live for. So let's say Blackbeard's like 60, and he'll live to be about 80. So Angelica will live for another 80 years. But, originally, Angelica wanted Blackbeard to live But, like Jack, he switched up the cups. He said this one has the cheer, this one's the regular one. And so, and you see how black, and you see what it does to you. Like, it's that thing out of, the one Indiana Jones movie, where everyone's just sort of ripping apart until they're nothing but bones. Um, and so, yeah. Then Jack escapes, and, Barbossa gets, his, Barbossa gets Blackbeard's sword, and, oh yeah, the mermaid. Um, yeah, Philip has an interest in the mermaid, and eventually they tie up the mermaid to this one area where it's supposed to die. But Philip, goes and saves her, and gets kissed by her. Supposedly a kiss from mermaid will allow you to live underwater? I don't know. But, and then, here's a bit of a plot hole. Then she drags him underwater, but not in sort of the way as seen in an earlier scene. And you don't get a resolve for that. I don't know, maybe it'll appear in the next movie. Yeah, it's for a sequel. Then, Jack drags Angelica to that island from the first movie with the pistol, with one shot. And then, you get a little bit of closure with the romance. And, oh yeah, at one point you do see the Black Pearl, but it's in a little bottle. Like, you even see the little monkey, too, just walking around in it. I'm honestly not joking, it's just a tiny little bottle. So, yeah. He's with, Gibbs. Now, Barbossa's a pirate again, and I didn't realize he wore a headband under his hat. So yeah, the movie's alright. I kind of had the same reaction to it when I saw the second one, the second Pirates of the Caribbean, but I like the second Pirates of the Caribbean a bit later. Supposedly, this is actually based off a novel called On Stranger Tides, and they just sort of, put it in and other stuff. Yeah, but there's a lot of, I think this one could stand on its own, meaning that you don't have to watch the other three movies, just watch this movie. The only thing you need to know are certain characters and maybe certain elements, but other than that, this could have been the first movie and it wouldn't change anything. What I think they probably should do is make a Pirates of the Caribbean prequel. Like, go in to explain a little more into these characters, who they were, how they came to be. Like that, I think that would be a lot more interesting. But yeah, they're planning two more, so Johnny Depp got paid a lot to do this role. Penelope Cruz though wasn't bad, but she was just there to replace Keira Knightley and that other guy. Kind of looks like Orlando Bloom, Philip. That's his character name. Ian McShane as Blackbeard was actually intimidating. But, well, I think, so his magic sword can just do whatever he wants, but nothing's ever explained about it. I mean, how is it magic? How does it do this? What am the sky? And after that, I guess that's really all I can say. I saw this with two friends. One guy gave it 7, the other guy gave it 6.5. I'm sorry, I have to be harsh. I have to give it a 6. Actually, no, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. It was good. I mean, if you're a Pirates fan, watch it. You'll like it. Yeah, that's all I can say. 6.5 for me, 6.5 for my friend, and 7 for my other friend. So, yeah, that's all I can say. See ya.